all of you, our friends, stakeholders, supporters, and what we've been doing here at this site. And so today is a great day to have a celebration. And there's a lot of people who've put into making today happen. You're going to hear from a bunch of them. But first, we want you to hear from someone that is no stranger to economic development, has been a leader for our state, and has truly helped make this project happen. So please turn your attention to the screens.
One of my favorite things to do as governor is to welcome new companies to our state's business community. Today, I'm privileged to deliver a very special welcome to a world-class company that's putting down roots right here in Baldwin County. Welcome to the great state of Alabama, Novalis. And Novalis is coming to its new home in Bay Minette with a bang. It's building the first fully integrated aluminum mill in the United States for 40 years. It's making a massive $2.5 billion investment to open a facility that's sustainable and packed with advanced technologies. Best of all, it's creating around 1,000 high-paying jobs and lots of opportunities right here in Baldwin County. That's why I'm so happy to welcome Novalis to Sweet Home, Alabama. Y'all, you've heard me say I love things that are made in Alabama. The aluminum made by Novalis and Bay Minette will join that list. A great product made by great workers in this great place. Thank you, Novalis. We love having you here.
Hello, I'm Steve Fisher, President and CEO of Novalis. On behalf of our entire leadership team, we are thrilled to announce our new state-of-the-art, fully integrated aluminum recycling and rolling facility in North America. Novalis is a leading sustainable aluminum solutions provider and world leader in aluminum rolling and recycling. We are proud to invest in a new facility that will further our commitments to sustainability, safety, and innovation, and our commitments to our beverage can and automotive customers. Novalis makes aluminum for many of the world's leading consumer brands. And while you may not be familiar with our name, I'm certain you see Novalis aluminum every day. In addition to being in your refrigerator in the form of a beverage can, our aluminum is likely sitting in your garage on your vehicle. Along with the beverage can market, we are a leading supplier of aluminum solutions and products to the automotive industry, counting every major automaker and many new entrants to the market as proud partners. Our extensive reach also includes aerospace and other specialty applications. Sustainability is at the heart of Novalis. It's the core of who we are and what we do. And as the industry leader, we take our responsibility to reduce the carbon footprint of our industry very seriously. We work hard to enable a more circular aluminum business, especially by recycling aluminum. Unlike other types of beverage packaging, aluminum can be recycled an infinite number of times, and Novalis recycles more than 75 billion beverage cans each year, helping them get back onto the store shelves in as little as 60 days.
Most importantly, everything we accomplish starts with our people, ensuring they get home safely every day and providing fulfilling long-term careers. Our new facility in Bay Minette, Alabama will be the first fully integrated aluminum plant built in the United States in 40 years. In addition to creating 1,000 careers in modern manufacturing, the plant will be highly automated using cutting-edge technology like robotics and control systems. It will also further to build on our commitment to sustainability. This facility will truly be one of a kind. Novalis's purpose statement is shaping a sustainable world together. We're at our best when we're shaping partnerships in the communities where we operate. That's why we can't wait to build long-standing, long-lasting partnerships in Bay Minette, Baldwin County, and across the state of Alabama.
Absolutely. Join me in welcoming Secretary of Commerce Greg Canfield.
You know, I got to pull this thing down. I don't know why, but I think the stature thing kind of got me on that one, right? Good morning, Baldwin County and Bay Minette. It's really interesting. Last night, as we were gathered, there was a discussion about the fact that great preparation brings great opportunity. And Baldwin County, here you are. Congratulations. On behalf of Governor Ivey and our team at the Alabama Department of Commerce, I'm very honored to join you for this announcement of Novalis investment here in Baldwin County, right here at the Baldwin County megasite. This takes a team effort, right? And part of that team that really helps us as we move forward in time to prepare our state to accept great companies like Novalis and Tom Boney's team that is here with us today is our team at Commerce. So I want to ask our team members from the Alabama Department of Commerce to please stand and be recognized. I also want to thank Lee Lawson and his team for endurance and perseverance and vision, and for the leadership in Baldwin County and Bay Minette who have created this strategic community partnership to establish a future for this region and for this county that is preparing it for the jobs for tomorrow. The 1,000 jobs that will be created by Novalis are not just jobs. These are high-wage, career-building opportunities, and that makes a difference. I also want to thank Alabama Power. I want to thank them for their leadership and coming together on this project and really making the investment to put a good foot forward in creating a sustainable approach to providing the necessary energy that will fuel and power the production for Novalis. That partnership is integrally important. And I also want to thank the education community around Baldwin County. Thank you for coming together, for showing leadership. We look forward to partnering with you as we partner with Novalis to provide for that workforce that will be coming online to create these great products. In Alabama, we certainly love to have industry-leading companies that choose to locate here. And as the leading producer of flat-rolled aluminum products and the world's largest recycler of aluminum, Novalis will find Alabama and Baldwin County to be the perfect location to continue their successful track record of growth and a partner in their strategy as a leader in sustainable business practices. I know what you're asking. So what is flat-rolled aluminum? What kind of products are produced by Novalis and who are their customers? What do their customers look like? Well, you have to start with Novalis' expertise, as we just heard, in producing recyclable beverage cans. Every time you drink a Coca-Cola or you drink out of your aluminum disposable cup from Ball Corporation, which can be recycled, by the way, maybe you have an adult beverage in a Budweiser can. Well, that's Novalis. With the growth that Alabama is experiencing in the aerospace sector, in fact, we were just here in South Alabama this week with another great announcement in that regard. Novalis is there too, playing a major role in aerospace as they produce aluminum plates including strategically important wing plates that go on commercial aircraft. And they may even have a customer relationship with a fine partner of ours in the state of Alabama. You can't talk about Alabama without talking about automotive. As the fourth largest vehicle producing state in the U.S., Alabama's right there. But guess what? Novalis is the world's largest supplier of aluminum sheet to the automotive industry, with a global market share of at least 50% of that market, globally, not just in the U.S. Even manufacturing aluminum EV battery enclosures. And Novalis customers are customers that we recognize in Alabama because they're great made-in-Alabama companies producing automobiles that just happen to be customers of Novalis. Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Mercedes-Benz. So you can see when Novalis plants its flag here at the Baldwin County megasite, we are talking about a global company with a global outreach that is the global leader in aluminum production. I think that it's easy to say and see why it's really no small statement when we hear not just aluminum, Novalis aluminum. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. And Tom Boney, we certainly welcome you and your team. We look forward to a fine relationship and the future of Novalis and the great state of Alabama. Thank you.
Well, sign me up. I'll get a job with that company. It sounds awesome. Thanks, Greg. That's a spectacular introduction to Novalis, and I'll echo some of those comments in my remarks. And I did have to adjust the mic up just a little bit. All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom Boney, and I could not be more proud and delighted to be here on such a beautiful day in Bay Minette representing Novalis. Thank you for all of you coming out and joining us today in this very important step in our journey. So thanks. A special thanks to Secretary Canfield, Mayor Wills, Commissioner Ball, Davis, Goober, and Underwood, and all the local elected officials, economic development partners, and many other folks that have been working on this mega site tirelessly to prepare us for this very day. It's been a strong partnership, and I'm convinced it'll only get stronger from this point forward. As I stand here today looking out on this beautiful site, and when the first time I saw it as well, I couldn't but help reflect on the movie Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. This site already has a long history, a long-term vision of community and state leaders who are willing to invest over time and to build something special that'll hopefully make South Alabama an even more wonderful place to live, work, and play. We heard many times that you've been thoughtful in finding the right fit for your community. You wanted to see a successful company that's committed to the area and prepared to offer residents good paying, full-time, career-long jobs and opportunities. Now, clearly I'm not Kevin Costner, but I'm thrilled to introduce you to Novalis, a company that I've been a part of for 16 years and intends to be here to do just all those things. We are the leading sustainable aluminum solutions provider for the world leader in aluminum rolling and recycling. We are committed to sustainability in everything we do. And we are taking that lead in the aluminum industry to reduce our carbon footprint and increase the amount of recycled aluminum we use every day. That's why we are excited about things about the things that our new Bay Minette facility will do. From recycling approximately 15 billion aluminum cans, 15 billion, that's a lot, each year, to making more low carbon aluminum and for some of the world's leading automotive suppliers. And we mentioned a couple of them, all of them, many of them residing right here in the state of Alabama, including Toyota and Mercedes-Benz. We'll also have a tight working relationship with another company by the name of Ball Aluminum, who's responsible for most of the cans or bottles that you're drinking your beverage out of today. But what's most important to us is our people. We are proud to employ nearly 15,000 unique individuals across the world. The best of the best. We embrace diversity and provide our employees with a stable jobs and enable them to grow and develop over the years. When you join with Novalis, we take responsibility for advancing your personal and professional capabilities to be able to take that next step in life. And we want to do that again here in Bay Minette. In our communities, we're an extension of our people. We want them to provide and love where they work and live. Make it even better, to become something stronger and bigger. That's why we're fully committed to building a strong partnership in this region, and here in Baldwin County and across the Bay, Minette, Mobile, and across the state. As we begin to build our facility, we'll spend quality time getting to know each other. I would like to get to know many of you personally, and you'll get to know many of our organization. I think as we start integrating together, you'll find us to be a great neighbor, somebody you want to be in your community, and someone we can grow with together. In closing, I have two favors to ask of you today. First, it's very simple. Next time you enjoyed a cold beverage at the beach, at work, at home, in an aluminum cup, an aluminum container, take a moment to recycle it. Get it to the right container. It's going to be critical to our ongoing environmental commitments and to the ongoing responsibilities that we have as a business. This is an absolute critical input, and we would like for you to all to help us participate to make recycling a bigger part of what we do every day in our lives. What do you think? Can we do that? The second way, and equally important, arguably more important, is that please start telling stories about Novalis, where you go, where you work, at the grocery store, to people that would look for a long-term career in an excellent company. We're coming to this area. Not a lot of people know Novalis. The way we're going to spread the good news about what we're doing is through discussions, people like you, leaders in the community, getting to know our business, and helping us bring the best and the brightest and most talented people to join the Novalis team so this facility in Alabama can win on a global scale. I know we can. Thank you for your time and attention. Very much appreciate it. Look forward to getting to many of you over time, and have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Tom, thanks so much. Again, you and your team have been tremendous partners over the last several months that we've been working together, and I know that this community is going to welcome you and your team with open arms. Again, I talked about earlier the team that made this happen, the diligence, the patience. You heard Secretary Canfield talk about it, you heard Tom talk about it, to be able to be here. Had there not been patience, had there not been persistence, had there not been a commitment to vision, we wouldn't be eligible for the opportunity that Novalis brought to us several months ago to say, hey, we think your site's a fit for our company. And the leaders of that patience and that persistence and that vision has been the Baldwin County Commission, who stepped out and purchased this site over 10 years ago and has stuck with the vision of what today can bring. $2.5 billion and 1,000 new jobs in this community. All of that is because of your leadership from the Baldwin County Commission. So it's my, yeah, please. It's my pleasure to welcome to the microphone County Commission Chairman Jeb Ball.
mic adjust again. Well, but what a great day for not only Baldwin County, but the community here of Bay Minette, Alabama. This is something that we have been waiting for a long time. There's many people in the room that has contributed to this day here. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to go off my script just a little bit because I think it's appropriate to recognize some of our staff that we've got here. If you work for the county commission, would you please stand up? So what they do allows us to do what we do up here. We cannot, and Commissioner Gruber is always good about saying this, and I probably stole 90% of his thunder, but he'll say it again. But without our employees that stick by us every single day and do everything that's asked of them to do, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in. We're a small part of these projects. I'd also like to thank Joey Nunley. He's back there in Panama Jack Hat. He's the head of our highway department, our highway director and engineer, and his team has been working tirelessly out here the past few days getting this site ready for this presentation today. So I would like to give our highway department and all the employees around the department and I have learned a lot from Tom the few times that we've met, and one of the things that I really enjoy about his company is that his dedication to the people that works for him. When we went to the plant and visited it, I never felt like I even left Baldwin County when I landed in Kentucky. So with the people in the plant, we didn't meet one person in that plant that didn't have a smile on their face at work. So that's what we expect from here as well. Our strategy and commitment to create new sustainable jobs in Baldwin County is realized in this facility, and I'm truly excited to see this first class operation right here in North Baldwin County. Thank you to Team Novalis and your vote of confidence in the Baldwin County economy and our people, and most importantly, your commitment to keep growing right here in Bay Minette, Alabama. Novalis' decision to invest in Baldwin County is a testament to our ability to recruit new businesses, as well as to create the synergy with our thriving existing industry base, helping to achieve new levels of success. I know that the partnership between Team Baldwin and Novalis will continue to be beneficial to our entire community, and I cannot wait to see this new facility in production with our hardworking people filling it up. So with that being said, thank you all for being here today. On behalf of Baldwin County Commission, I'm going to lose it here in a minute, Lee, because it's been a long day coming. We've been looking for this for a long time, and it's finally here, and I can't believe it. This is in technically my backyard. So there's a lot of family here that this land used to be, and we appreciate y'all's presence as well. Thank y'all for allowing me to speak today, and thank you, Team Novalis, for everything that you do. And thank you, Lee, for everything you do.
You can see how much it means, right? Commissioner Joe Davis.
Greg, if you're a point guard, I was a point guard, and we got the front line there, so I'll put this 5 out there against anybody, okay? Thank you all for coming. I'm the lame duck, so some of you may be concerned about what the lame duck might say for a while, but don't worry about this. We've been dealing with this for a long time. We have had wonderful opportunities. Skip's going to talk about all the people that are here that helped make this happen. 3 years ago, I had a guy catch me after a meeting, and he said, "Joe, y'all really need to do something with that property. What I suggest you do is plant pine trees, and you'll at least get some money back." Well, I'm from Thomasville, Alabama, and I told him, didn't know if I was shocking him or not, but I said, "Look, if we plant pine trees, it'll be 20 years before we make a nickel." And he didn't realize that. So some people come up with ideas and suggestions that they don't think through. The team that's been working on this, Lee Lawson's team, our staff, the legislature, everybody has had the idea that it's not if, it's when. And we've been saying that for the whole time. Not if, but when. Well, by golly, this is when. And when we were talking about other sites and other opportunities, and we finished second. And I told our folks, I said, well, second sounds good, but this is not the Olympics. You don't get a silver medal or a bronze medal. Gold is the only one that counts. And Tom, we are tickled to have you and your gold medal team here in Baldwin County. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. I think Tom and his team prefer the aluminum medal. Someone, we're going to have our own Olympics, right, Tom? Someone that I've had the pleasure of working with this year as the Economic Development Chair is Commissioner Billy Joe Underwood, and her commitment and her tenacity, I thought mine was pretty high, but I would say hers is unmatched. And we've had a great year of strategy, working together, of figuring out, hey, how do we set ourselves apart? And today's that day. So help me in welcoming Commissioner Billy Joe Underwood.
Oh, this is so exciting, guys. I just can't tell you. When Lee told me about this company at first, it's not been that long ago. He said, this is a sprint. I said, oh, I think it's a 100-yard dash. But when he told me about this, I'm like, this is it. Don't mess it up. And he's like, you're serious? I'm like, I'm serious. Don't mess this up. And so this is great. I am so excited. But you know, this didn't start here. Over 10 years ago, previous commissions had the vision for the megasite. And you know, there was an option on the land, and there was an actual purchase of the land. And there's been, you know, like Joe said, a lot of interest, but nothing was seeming to really be the right fit. And when I heard about this project, and I'm like, okay, I even like the name of it, Skyfall. I mean, who doesn't like the Adele song from the James Bond movie, right? And that's all I could think of, is like we would be out here, we're hearing Adele, but maybe we'll hear that later. But the one thing that, like Lee said, that I was the Economic Development Chair this year, we've all had that opportunity. And then when we've been drinking from the fire hose. I see Commissioner Dorsey here. I remember he told me that. He's like, you're going to be drinking from the fire hose. Commissioner Elliott, I think you told me that as well. Yes, it's still a fire hose. It's not a water hose yet. And so the year that, you know, I knew this was coming up, and so we were in Birmingham, and someone told me about a book about economic development, and it was called Buffalo Hunting in Alabama. Believe it or not, I read that entire book, and it mentioned the megasite. So if you hadn't read that book, Buffalo Hunting in Alabama. And what does that mean? It's like we're going after the big kill, okay? And so this is what this was about. And it was like, when we go after that big kill here at the megasite, it's got to be right. And so in that book, it said, what is elected leaders supposed to do? You're supposed to make sure that you get a company that has good paying jobs, and you can improve the quality of life for your citizens. And so one of the first things I asked Lee was, will they pay? And they told me, I was, oh, okay, we're checking all these boxes off. But there was one thing that really stuck out in my mind before I even got to go to Kentucky and see their manufacturing plant, before I even got to meet Tom, before I even got to meet Fiona, was the recycling aspect of this. The county commission has been committed, and I'm going to put her on the spot. Terry Graham, would you please stand up? This lady here is our solid waste director. And she'd been talking to me about recycling and how, you know, far behind we were and that we needed to get started. And we have gotten started, okay? The facility's not built yet, but Baldwin County Commission is committed to working with all of our 14 municipalities and building the acronym is MRF. I may mess that up, so it's something to do with material something facility. But you know, when you get elected, all these acronyms and abbreviations, and I'm like, I need a list because I can't keep them straight. But anyhow, the recycling aspect to this is what really warmed my heart, because that is that common ground that we all have. No matter what political affiliation you are or anything, we have to be more responsible to our environment. Yes, they gave me a script. I'm sorry, I'm probably way off that script. But I just want to thank you guys for being here today. Thank you, Novalis, because this is, like Jeb said, when we went to Kentucky and we toured your plant, it was like being at home. It really was. And so I'm so excited for the people of Baldwin County. And somebody said something about, you're going to have enough workers? I mean, come on, we got 7,000 people a year moving here. Surely some of those people need a job, okay? And then when they talked to me about the wage, the wage base and how that's going to, just watching the employees that they had there, I mean, and the facility, I'd never been in a manufacturing facility like that. And I ask these questions. I'm up at the front of the line when everybody, I turn around, I'm like, where y'all at? And I'm asking, like, how long is that roll aluminum? They're like, it's 11 miles long. You know how long that is? That's from I-10 to Summerdale. I'm from Summerdale, so I know how far it is from I-10 to Summerdale. That's 11 miles long is that roll of rolled aluminum that turns into this cup and all these things that we have. Did I knock it down? But anyhow. Tom took it. Okay. But I am so excited. I really hope that we can be the part of Alabama that puts recycling on the map. And aluminum is one of the easiest things to get into because we got a company right here that's going to use a ton of it. And so if I can find a store that'll start selling me water in a can, you better bet you I'm going to buy it. And so just as soon as we can get that accomplished around here and with the word out today, I've been about to bust at the seams to tell people about this. This has just been, people say, what's coming? I'm like, it's good. They'll send me a text message, what's coming? I'll send them a smiley face back, and they're like, great, I'm like, it's been so hard not to talk about this, but now we can. So thank you everybody that's here. It was not just the Baldwin County Commission. There are so many partners. I'm looking here at our elected leaders. I'm looking at CSX, at the power companies, at all the mayors, everybody that's here. Thank you. And I know I went off script, but you know what? This is just too good of a day. Isn't it beautiful here? Thank you.
I told you about that tenacity, didn't I? Forewarned. Well, the reason you can't find water in a can on the shelves is because we have all of it. We bought it all so that we can have it today. Publix is hopefully restocking. Last but not least, my friend and Commissioner Skip Gruber. Some of you may not know, Skip was on the original commission that decided to purchase this site, along with, I see Commissioner Dorsey in the back. And that was a big political risk, when we talking politics, right? But Skip, I was not here at the time, but I remember hearing the conversations about what was going on around, and it was like, hey, we need to do this for strategic long-term investment for our community. Skip, thank you for your courage. Thank you for your leadership. Skip Gruber, everybody.
Wow. This is something that's kind of been part of my bucket list, you could say. But anyway, I want to just recognize a few people before I get started. Back when I first got on the commission in 2006, we had a vision, and we had just created a new strategic plan. And in that strategic plan was mentioning doing some stuff for economics. So we started off thinking, and then we had a parcel opportunity, and this property came available, and my dear friend, Commissioner Frank Burt, Commissioner Grunlow, Commissioner Bishop, decided we're going to take a chance on it. We put an option down on this property. Then later on, in 2012, I believe it was, we decided we was going to purchase it. And on that thing, I believe the commission was myself, Commissioner Burt, Commissioner Dorsey, and I think it's Commissioner, yes. Yeah. But anyway, it was fantastic just back then, and then we just all had to come together. Bob James is what it was. But anyway, we all had to come together, and that's when we made the purchase. And we have worked with the economic development for quite a long time. we went through a couple of economic development leaders, and Robert Ingerbert was one of them, and Robert was in on the very first thing, and his beautiful wife is here in the audience, Miss Barbara. And I know Robert would have been here, but he's had back surgery, and so he can't be here this morning. But these are some of the and then not last but not least, but has been Lee. We have worked very hard in trying to get this to this point. And at this point, Novalis announcement to invest in Baldwin County with its new recycling aluminum rolling plant to make a lasting impact for years to come. And the impact stems from decisions we made a long time ago, diversify our economy, and having served as a Baldwin County Commissioner in 2010 when we had the oil spill. If this would have been there, the diversity would have been here. We did not have that, and it was rough. So, it's been a fantastic venture with Novalis. This company is not just a few years old. We've seen one of the plants that was over 50 years old. This company, is here to stay. They're investing a lot of money, and it's something that is used every day of the week, 7 days a week. And Novalis has, stepped up and said, we may look at this whole thing at a good venture, and so they have done that, and I want to thank Tom and his crew, but most of all, our fellow leaders and the citizens of Baldwin County will have something to look forward to for many, many, many years. Thank you so very much.
There wasn't ever a time that I came to this group and said, here's what we're facing, here's what the opportunity is, and here's what needs to be done, that they didn't say, all right, let's go. What more can we do? What more do you need? Where do you need us to be? It was always that type of leadership from that group. Another leader who played a significant role in this and has played a significant role in this community is Mayor Bob Wills, the mayor of Bay Minette. And I've been proud to have him along this journey with us, and another leader, and of course another power forward on the team. But he's done great work in Bay Minette, and I've been proud to call him a friend and a partner through this. Please help me welcome Bob Wills to the stage.
Well, good morning, everyone. Tom, the only difference I see between you and Kevin Costner, he's got more hair than you. Well, this is certainly an historic day in Bay Minette and Baldwin County. This obvious major investment is going to change the face of our town and our community and this area forever. Lee and I have talked many times. The primary reason I ran for mayor back in 2012 was to try to be a part of this team and this effort to bring major industry and quality industry to the megasite. And so it's been a privilege to work with the team in doing that. And with our city council, and I know all our council members are here this morning. If I could, would each one of you stand, as we appreciate your work in bringing this to fruition as well. I want to thank the Baldwin County Commissioners, past and present. You've already heard from Skip, who was the man on the scene when all this started. But they have worked diligently. They've been persistent. There were questions asked about, was this really a good investment for them to make? And you had to have patience. And as my wife likes to say, patience is a virtue. That's one of my virtues, is patience. She knows that's a joke. So we thank the commissioners for their perseverance in making this happen. We also want to thank the Baldwin County Economic Development Association, Lee, and all of your team. They've been persistent as well. Now, you've heard about the magnitude of what Novalis is going to bring to our area. $2.5 billion investment, 1,000 jobs. So those quantitative numbers are great. But in my opinion, the best thing they're bringing to our community is quality. And you have already heard Jeb and Billy Joe talk about our visit to their plant in Kentucky and our meetings with Tom and his folks. And I can assure you that they are not only a successful business, they are quality people. To me, that's more important than anything else. I think it was Billy Joe or Jeb comment. We went through that plant in Kentucky, and truly you could sense the positive attitude among their workers there. And one of the first conversations I had with the Novalis team, they emphasized how important it was for their employees to be involved in the decisions made in their plant. And they've got a process where they have teams of employees, so it's not just a boss saying, you go do this. They participate and have input in what happens in their plant, which I think is truly a key to success. And another thing that impressed me was one of the first things they asked us was, how can we invest in your community? What are some of the opportunities there, whether it be in the arts or education or athletics, whatever. So I know they're going to be a great community partner and friend, and we're just looking forward to working with Novalis in the years to come, and because they're going to be part of our family, and I hope we're going to be a good part of their family. So congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, you know, the theme of team has been said a number of times. And there are many members to our team, both at the municipal level, you heard from the mayor, at the commission level, you heard from the county commissioners, but also at the state level. It takes representation in our state legislature. There's lots of things that happen in the legislature that a lot of us don't realize that have made today possible. Votes on pieces of legislation to continue economic development programs such as the Growing Alabama Credit, which all the site work you see behind you has been done with partners like Alabama Power and CSX through that piece of legislation. And we've got some folks here that have made that happen and have continued to support us. And the first two people I want to welcome up is Senator Greg Albritton to say a few comments. Greg.
I did not play forward. Welcome on this beautiful day, and if I might, Tom, everybody, welcome to the Garden of Eden. This is a beautiful place, and you're coming to a beautiful place. We welcome you here. But not only are you going to enjoy it, we know that, but you're bringing things that's going to enhance and provide for us. You know, you're bringing the aluminum production here. We already build ships not far from here with aluminum. We've been doing that. We're building aircraft down there, all with aluminum. You're finally catching on and coming down. We'll appreciate it. You're going to help and improve and enhance what we are. You're going to improve our wealth. You're going to improve the context of who we are and what we are. And you're bringing changes to us. Some of it's going to be painful, and some of it's going to be exciting. Most of it will be exciting. And keeping in, if I might, the context of the Old Testament, Mayor, all mayors, County Commission, gird up your loins, because this is going to be a wild ride. It's time for us to get out with shovels, start the dirt flying, get this place built, and let's make us who we are, people that are progressing and moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Senator Elliott, friend, colleague, partner, someone to call and vent to at times. You've been there through it all as a former county commissioner, now as a state senator, but most importantly as a friend.
I got to adjust this again. Tom, I hope you can see the passion and the emotion and the excitement and the humor here today. You know, one of my favorite pictures I took out here on this site was with Lee and Mayor Wills and Senator Luther Strange. I looked like a garden gnome. Novalis, we are excited to welcome you to Baldwin County and Alabama. Tom, welcome. Our state and this county could not be more thrilled about your investment here. You will find our workforce to be engaged, innovative, and eager. As a former county commissioner, I know firsthand the time and resources that Baldwin County has invested over the last 10 years to make this project a reality. It takes long-term commitment, planning, and thoughtful investment to get where we are today. And I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank one guy who's not on this stage today who had a major role in getting us here, Commissioner Dorsey. My former commission colleagues that have been mentioned already, Commissioner Frank Burke, Commissioner Bob James, particularly you, Tucker, had a vision for this site to diversify Baldwin County's economy and to create impactful job opportunities for this region. Tucker, your dogged, tenacious advocacy and vision for this site and what it means to this county are being realized today. Thank you. To this county commission, you have seen it through. You've made the deal, and our region is better off because of your leadership. Our community, its elected leaders, and our economic development team led by my friend Lee Lawson have never wavered in their faith to find the perfect partner for this 3,000-acre site that will create generational impact. And this is just the beginning. We look forward to breaking ground and seeing how this project propels Baldwin County and Alabama forward with exciting new jobs for our residents and an enormous positive economic impact. Again, welcome to Baldwin County, Novalis, and thank you.
Our legislative delegation plays an important role. Again, like I've said earlier, I know Matt Simpson, come on up. But I know Matt's probably going to recognize you, but I want to talk about the group that is represented by Matt in the House. Alan Baker is here. Alan, thank you for your leadership. Joe Faust is here. Joe, thanks so much. Former Representative Randy Davis, I see you there. But more importantly, the representative from North Baldwin, Coach Harry Shiver. Harry, stand up. Harry and I, when we first met, we had breakfast at Streets, and we were talking that morning, and we realized, Harry said, well, where did you play basketball? And I said, well, I played at school in Montgomery, and we talked about that. He said, and what year did you play in the state playoffs? I told him, he said, I refereed you in the Final Four. I said, and you didn't give me any calls, Harry. I said, you gave me no calls. And so what a true leader and advocate for North Baldwin. I'm so pleased we could make this day happen on your watch. Join with me in regards and comments for the legislative delegation, Representative Matt Simpson. Matt, thanks so much.
what a great day to be in Baldwin County. Tom, look at this weather. This is a great day to be in Baldwin County. You know, I'm asked often, why do you run? Why do you get involved in politics with all the nonsense, with the midnights in Montgomery, with the craziness that goes on? It's for days like today. And it's not because we're celebrating a single individual. We're celebrating the team. And I'm going to continue that theme, Lee, of teams. Because when you get on board and you see, you know, Tom, you'll learn we're really big in boating down here. The water is really important to us. And the best way I can describe it is to a rowboat. Sometimes you get on that rowboat, you just pick up a shovel, you just pick up a paddle, and you just start paddling. And you start paddling in the same direction. And it's crazy to see what happened in this district, what happened in this county to make this effect when all of our leaders started paddling in the same direction as a team under the leadership of Lee. Thank you for telling us. A lot of times, you know, we don't get to know where we're going. We don't know where that boat's going down the river. Lee doesn't tell us, hey, we've got this company or we've got this company coming down. Lee just comes up and says, we need your help. We need you to convince some people in Montgomery how important our area is down here. And that's what we did. We go to work and they, well, what are y'all trying to get? I don't know. We're trying to tell you how important this megasite is. What company's coming? I don't know. Let me tell you how important this megasite is. You know, when we go to meet with representatives from CSX and Alabama Power, and we're like, I don't know what's coming, but let me tell you how important this megasite is. It's a team. And it's the team of our county commissioners. It's the team of our mayors. It's the team of our senators. It's the team of our legislative leaders, the team of our House of Representatives. And Lee introduced them. And I wouldn't be up here today without these great individuals that I'm honored to serve with. Joe Faust, Harry Shaver, Alan Baker. I am my predecessor in this seat. Randy Davis is here. You know, but this isn't just the legislature. When you see the community, Tom, when we say the community's bought in, you look and you see the schools. Eddie Tyler, superintendent here. That's important with that career tech center we're trying to get students here. You look at former county commissioners, my dear friend Tucker Dorsey, here to celebrate what happened here. The relationships that we build in Baldwin County, Tom, we are a team. And when you embrace us, and thank you so much for your investment to us, because we'll show you what that investment can do. And we'll show you what our team, when we put all in the same paddle, we're all going the same direction, we can show you what Baldwin County and the state of Alabama can do. And I'm going to wrap up, but I cannot wrap up without mentioning my dear friend Steve McMillan. For 40 years, Steve served in the legislature and had everything that was anything to do with what went on in Baldwin County. And Steve recently passed away, but he knew what was going on here. His involvement with what went on here, we are so thankful for him. So I want to thank you guys for everything. I have to thank Steve for what he's done, for his leadership, and everybody in the community, mayors, commissioners, legislative delegation, and the community themselves. This is what government can do when it does the right thing for the people of its citizens, to create generational opportunities to make us better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mal. What a great touch, Representative. I truly believe Representative Steve McMillan is smiling down right now. He really is. There wasn't a conversation that went by with Steve and I where he didn't mention this site in North Baldwin and wanting the best for this site and this community. So that's a great touch. Thank you for just giving that tribute to Steve, who passed away last week. We talk again, it's all team, and there are folks that shared the vision early. Not everybody shared the vision early, not everybody, but we had some great team members that did. And one of those team members is CSX Railways, and Arthur Adams is here to represent them. Arthur, come up. But as Arthur comes to the stage, I want to point out one individual specifically, my buddy, my brother, Richard Howard. Richard, stand up. Everybody needs to. Richard has been with us from the beginning on this and has been just an advocate and supporter and partner. Arthur, you've got a great team there at CSX, and we appreciate your partnership.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. I tell you what, Matt, I'm going to vote for you, or if I need someone to coach my Little League team, you are like a hype man. I'm like, how do I get to follow this guy? He is so passionate. You know, I think the first and foremost, Governor Ivey, Tom, the commissioners, all the elected officials that are here today representing this project, thank you so much for the vote of confidence in CSX. You could not dial up a better day for an event like this. I was sharing with a couple folks earlier that I was in an event in the Northeast 2 weeks ago, a very similar event, and it was snowing in April. And so I'm really delighted to be here, to say the least. You know, the one central theme that I'm hearing today is something that my father told me all the time growing up, is sports is a metaphor for life. And it is impossible to accomplish anything without the support and guidance and mentorship of the folks around you. And so, Joe, for you, know that CSX, we're the sixth man. We're coming off the bench, but we're coming off strong. As others have noted, Project Skyfall, it just didn't fall from the sky. It was a collective efforts of many that brought us to this day. On behalf of the 19,000 men and women at CSX, we are delighted to be a part of this journey. In fact, nearly 1,000 employees that we employ live in the state of Alabama. So Alabama is an integral part of our 26-state network. For us at CSX, this is what we call our Select Site program. Working with state and local officials, we paved the way for companies like Novalis to choose sites with efficient transportation solutions that are also shovel-ready for development. It does require some upfront investment, but we're making a bet, and that bet paid off. Most of all, bringing a project of this scope, I want to recognize two of my colleagues, Rashard Howard, Todd Moulton, who is our sales lead for Novalis. Both of them are under long-term Supermax contracts. We're going to keep it that way. But, you know, I get to stand up here and represent the team, but those two gentlemen are responsible for bringing this project to fruition, and I thank you. As the world's largest recycler of aluminum, as you've heard, Novalis is an important contributor to making our economy more sustainable, the resource conservation, and reduce carbon emissions. Rail is 3 to 4 times more efficient than trucks and produces 75% fewer greenhouse gas emissions. We're also the most fuel-efficient mode of land transportation. And CSX is also the most efficient Class 1 railroad. So, Tom, you're winning with the winners, my friend. We couldn't be more excited about Novalis' opportunity on this site. We're looking forward to moving their high-quality aluminum coils and ingots to automakers and container manufacturers throughout the U.S. Thank you.
Another very integral partner that you've heard referenced and thanked from the stage is our friends at Alabama Power Company. Believed in this site early. Believed when the days were long, when the no's were no's, and you got a great site, but we've selected somewhere else. The team at Alabama Power wrapped around our team and said, "Hey, let's keep pushing, let's keep investing." And again, an integral part of why this project has successfully landed here at this site. Help me welcome to stage Jeff Peoples with Alabama Power.
I think what he said was that I could take a lick and keep on ticking, right? I have a really long speech right here, but I'm last, so in the interest of brevity, I'm going to kind of speed through. The first thing I want to say is both thank you and welcome to Alabama, brother. We're going to take care of you. The next thing is when we come around, we have talked about team over and over and over again. If I come back and I go from the mayor, I go from secretary, appreciate all that you have done, and then I go to these 4 commissioners, I don't know about y'all, but you know, when Billy Joe and Jeb spoke, I felt like Ric Flair. I was fixing to go 16-time world champion right out there in the thing, like, woo, all that passion. I love the passion, and I love here. We believe in this state, you know, Mark Crosswhite is our CEO, and one of the things that he preaches to us is about the elevation of the state. And while this is going to be fantastic for Baldwin County and Bay Minette, any time that you elevate a geographical area in the state, you know, high tides lift all boats, right? And so what happens here is that 5 million of the Alabamians are going to benefit from this in ways that we don't even understand. Overall, you come back and you think, okay, what's today about? And we've heard generational, we've heard a lot of different ways. I'm going to tell you what today is for me is that a legacy is being created. Behind us right here, for 1,000 people going to work, what will happen is men and women will come to work, make a fantastic wage, and then in turn what they will do is they'll send people to school, lives will benefit, and the overall life trajectory of people change when good people get good jobs, right? So thank you for helping us do that, Tom, because that's really how we believe around here and what goes on. And also what I would tell you that Alabama Power, like so many other people, we have had fantastic folks working on this for a really long time. And so Tony Smoke, Lee Davis, and Blair King, would you stand up? This is my team, the folks that work with me around getting everybody here. Thank y'all for being here. And so just in closing, what I would say is not only would we commit to making and providing safe, clean, and reliable energy, we'll be your partner on workforce development and anything else that we can help you with. So thank you for being here today. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Alabama Power. Blair, Lee, thank y'all so much. We are coming to a close, but as you can imagine, when a 9-year journey for myself in this role and a 10+ year journey for everybody that you've heard from today comes to a culmination point like today with Tom and the investment from Novalis, there's a lot of people to thank. I'm not going to be able to thank everybody, but there are some people that I do want to thank from my team. First, I want to thank my MVP, my wife, Reagan. Just thank you. I don't want to get emotional, but there's a funny story. About 2 months ago, we were getting ready for to go somewhere, and she, as she's lovingly done for 9 years, said, "How's the megasite going?" I said, "Well, we've got several people looking at it right now." And I said, "But we've got really a couple that I think are going to be really strong contenders." If you know me, you know I've been very positive about all opportunities. And I said, "But I think they're going to really come down to maybe vying for it, both of them." And she dropped what she was doing. She looked up at me and she said, "You listen here, you better sell that site." And she has been a great encourager, someone who's pushed me and loved me when I've brought home disappointment. So thank you. I love you. The emotion and the passion. Thank you, baby. I love you. My team. My gosh, my team. Karen Glover, you have to stand up. You have to. I'm sorry, Karen. Stand up. Yeah. The glue. We sat together at Subway 8 years ago over a cookie and a Coke, and I said, "Please come back to work. I need you to come back to the Alliance." And she said yes. Tanner Jones. Stand up, Tanner. You don't always see Tanner, you don't always hear from Tanner, but you see Tanner. Everything you see from this stage, every RFP we've ever sent, the hundreds, Tanner, the hundreds. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your steadfastness. And thank you for being the rock that our organization can lean on. LJ, Lee Johnson. Everybody said, "Lee just came back. He's going to get all the credit for the project." And absolutely, he gets all the credit. Thank you, brother. Your work over the last few months has been just integral to us being able to respond the way we've responded to this opportunity and many others. I look forward to us continuing to work. Appreciate you, my friend. Jason Paget, North Baldwin Utilities. Stand up, Jason. Colleague, boss on my board, sounding board, mentor, friend. Appreciate all you've done, Jason, to make this happen, and the passion you have for your community in North Baldwin is truly unmatched. And what we've been able to do here, it's been a long ride, but I appreciate you riding along with us. Dr. Craig Pouncey, the team at Coastal Alabama Community College and the two-year college system, Jennifer Hall's here representing the chancellor, and Josh Duplantis. Craig and Josh, stand up. Stand up. Where's Josh? Josh Duplantis is the director of workforce development, and I can tell you, when Novalis first visited, they gave us, how much lead time did you give us? I think you gave us four days, Annie? 4 days to get ready for a team of 13 that all flew in from different parts of the country. 4 days to put a visit together, and I think 2 days out they said, hey, we have an HR group that wants to split off from the main group and do a 60-mile different route to 3 other places. I called Josh up and I said, Josh, I need your help. And every time I've called Josh, he said, no, we got it. We got it. Just let me know when and where I need to be, and I've got it. Thank you to Craig, Josh, and the team and the community college system for your leadership. The real work starts now. Eddie Tyler. Eddie. Came to Eddie probably about 5 years ago and said, Eddie, we pitched this little idea on a project at the megasite. They said no to the site, but they said yes to the idea, and we should take it and make it more global and reach. And Eddie said, you know what, we've been working on our workforce development plan too. So this is perfect timing. You've stepped up. You and your team are making a solid investment in preparing the workforce for tomorrow. And the 800 kids that go straight into the workforce from the school system here are going to have a great opportunity with this company because of your leadership. Thank you, Eddie. Our Chamber of Commerce partners, North Baldwin Chamber, Christina, Central Baldwin Chamber, Gail. I know there's some other chamber leaders that couldn't be here, from Donna Watts to Greg Alexander to Casey Williams, true community partners. Christina, I think your membership is definitely growing by at least one today, at least one. But thank you to our chamber partners. My board of directors, there's a bunch of you, there's at least 10 plus of you in here. I'm not going to name each of you by name. If you would stand, if you serve on the Baldwin EDA board of directors, please stand. Thank you. Leaders from all over this community, from Jim Bibby to the wharf in Orange Beach, all the way to North Baldwin and everywhere in between. This group has been a great group of private sector leaders who's pushed me, our team, to think beyond just what may be right in front of us, but to really push us, and I appreciate you. Joey Nunley in the back, Panama Jack hat, y'all see him. What you see here is Joey and his team's work. What you don't see are the 7 p.m., 8 p.m. phone calls to Joey saying, hey, we got a visit in a couple days. You think your guys could get out there and touch up, this road, that road, picking up trash in the median, doing the small things, but the things that make a difference, and just being a great teammate. Joey, thanks to you and your team for all their work. Ron Sink with the Baldwin County Commission and the entire team at the county. We have used you as an extension of our team, sometimes voluntarily, sometimes involuntarily, but we have called on you and you've answered the bell every time. So I'm very pleased to call you friends and partners and colleagues. Give them a round of applause, please. Baldwin EMC, Karen Moore, Mark Ingram, Steve Irvin, all here. Integral role in supporting us in this project and this site. Thank you for your partnership. Absolutely. I'm going to name some folks that have all had roles on the team and on the partnership real quick. Riviera Utilities, Tom DeBell, thank you so much. Infirmary Health, Mark Nix. Orman Thompson, Joe Stow, great partners. Volker, Jay Dixon, where you at, Jay? And Hank, I see you, Hank, Eubanks. These guys, we would call them literally with 24 hours notice and say, hey, we need to turn around this site plan. We need this drawing, we need that. And man, they always answered, and always said, Lee, what else can we be doing? Thank you for your partnership, and thank you for helping us get here today. Cunningham, Delaney, Jacob, thank you and your team for your work. Appreciate all you've done. Again, a lot of late calls, a lot of early mornings to say, hey, we need this done, we need that done. Thank you for your team for answering. Regions Bank, I know Christian White couldn't be here today, but big partner on the Growing Alabama credit side. Adams and Reese, Stone Crosby, JJPR, thank you to the great team for JJPR for the work and support you do for us. Atlas Engineering and so many others. Congressman Carl's staff is here. Where are you, Elizabeth? Right there, Represent Congressman Carl couldn't be here. Senator Tuberville's staff here. Andrew, thank you so much for being here. I think Senator Shelby maybe has a representative here. They couldn't be here. They're in D.C. Great supporters. Anytime we've gone to them with a federal need, it's been, hey, what can we do? How can we do it? How can we help? How can we be a part of things here? Sheriff Mack, where are you, Sheriff? Thank you and your team for all you do, your leadership. Chief Police Al, where's Al? Al, a lot of calls to you too, just saying, hey, are we doing the right things here? Thank you for you and your team and your service. I really appreciate it. In closing, I want to mention something that is also a part of this project, and we think it's kind of a little bit of what we call lagniappe down here, a little bit of lagniappe to add in this project. Mayor Lejeune, stand up real quick for me. This is Mayor Robin Lejeune of Daphne. Another site in our community. Go ahead. Another site in our community that's had some investment and some preparation and some strategic vision has been the Daphne Innovation and Science Complex. I'm happy to clue all of you in on the fact that Novalis will also be building a corporate center for advanced manufacturing and leadership at the Daphne Innovation and Science Complex. We're so proud of this vision for their company, for our community, and the leadership to make that happen. So all of you, you're all supporters and stakeholders. I may have not called you by name, but I've called you at some point in the last 9 years, and you've all answered. Tom, thank you and the team at Novalis, Fiona, Daniel, the entire team. We've had the rich pleasure of meeting a number of your team, and we look forward to not only delivering on the promise that this is the site for you, but that this is also the community for you. Thank you for your investment. Thank you all. Thanks. Please stop. All right. Again, a lot of passion, a lot of commitment. Y'all see that pavilion out there? A lot of days over the last 9 years in that pavilion. So, thank you. I appreciate it. This is a truly great day for all of us. I look forward to continuing the celebration. I told our team we're going to take maybe one day off, but the real work really does start now. The delivery begins now. Your phone's not going to stop ringing with me on it. I'm not going to stop calling because the calls will probably even come in more now. But thank you to Tom. Thank you to Secretary Canfield of the Governor's Office. Thank you so much for your leadership and support along the years. To the Commission, thank y'all. Appreciate it. It's been a great run, and we're just beginning. Join me in continuing this celebration today with the team members that are here. And congratulate each other. This is a big win for our community, and I look forward to continuing to celebrate with all of you. Thank you for being here.
Yesterday, today you just need a day. Everybody had a good afternoon and be back to work. Right now.